Ya, bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's pray and thanks
Waalaikumsalam
to
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
our God Allah Subhanahu wa Taala who has given us some mercy and blessing. So we can start this. We can English talk with good condition and happy situation. Secondly, for Masal and Salam that was be given to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has bring us from the darkness to the light, also from the era into the Islam era. Okay, so today we will do the weekend English talk. So we have one speaker, namely Mr. Misbah. So he was joining the packer or being the teacher of the packer, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So we will start with introducing ourselves. So my name is Haikal Pumana, and
And my name is Muhammad Salman Rashad.
And my name is Mikael Rashid Triandi.
Okay, is it my turn?
yeah,
My name is Misbah Korea Al-Haddad Alwi. You can call me Misbah. And today's session, I will be your speaker for the day. And I think that's it for the short introduction. Thank you so much for having me. Haikal and his friends, right?
yes. Okay, so uh, can you tell what is the experience of the backpacker?
Experience. Actually, there's a lot. What do you want to hear first? Like the bad one, the good one, or maybe do you have like special, like specific country about it?
I think the good one.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's start with the. Oh, well, I guess let's just say like the general one. So far it's so good. Not to mention the other things. The difficulties, stuff, problem like that. But so far it's so good. Especially because of the culture, right? It's quite different between each country that I have visited. But for my personal experience, I already have visited like 19 countries. Although the backpacker for 20 countries program is currently on the 17th, and I'm in Bangkok right now. In Bangkok, nah, there's some fun, like twist, like fact about it. When I say like Bangkok using the Indonesian pronunciation, most people tends to not understand what I'm trying to say. So I have to do it like a Bangkok, not like Bangkok. Okay, maybe that's like just a general experience because of the culture. The first one, and then the second one is obviously the language, right? The other things about language, especially between each countries, they have like different language, right? And different level of specialty, like level in English. But most of the countries that are in our route, I would say most doesn't understand English that much. Although, because maybe I'm too biased for this because the Europe is actually like the most countries numbers that we have. But there's a but about the Europe is that we don't stay for that long, especially in there. That's why I don't get like that much more time to stay and talk to people. Though the people in Europe is predominantly they are fluent in English, especially in Netherlands. Though not all of the Europes, but most. Okay, you got another questions?
Okay, I think so. When the journey begins, how did you feel when you start your journey or the journey of the backpacker?
The journey, okay, maybe I will, put my heart a bit in it. Actually, the first time that I got the opportunity to join, it was kind of a bit complicated, especially, it's just my personal, how to say it, choice. At the first, I don't actually like want to do it. There's some reason on it because, especially regarding of my, how you call it, like a record, like a for portfolio. It doesn't, like in a straight line with the career that I wanted to do. But after like a month, in the beginning, I already feel easy about it because, I got like a lot of unexpected uh, journey, especially, and then the interactions with the locals in each countries. Maybe that's it. But it's okay now. I like it.
And then what uh what was the first thing you learned after walking a few hours?
Few hours, like the first day I stepped in another country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Malaysia. It was Malaysia. So if you talk about the first few hours, actually we left like almost late at night. So we're just waiting for the bus, which we got like accidental, you know. Especially at that night, there was no bus actually, and we got some helps, uh, because of the leader, Ustad Hinaldi. He's like, uh, he studied here, not here in Malaysia. He studied there, and then he got some contacts so that we can rent the bus. Well, I would. That being said, that the first hours, literally, we got into like a major problem for transportation to move from the airport to the city center. Why I said city center? Because our accommodation, our homestay is actually located inside the Kuala Lumpur, still in Kuala Lumpur. So it's like in the city.
So are there any difficulties there?
Which there, I mean, what countries?
Yep.
Just say it like a random stuff. I mean, random name.
I think when you're doing the backpacker with all the student there.
Okay. Difficulties with the students. Let me think about it. There's one. The first major like problem, difficulties that we got is, uh, especially when we, just arrived, like moved or traveled into another country. The first one is, you know, internet. The first one, internet. Why I'll say internet? Although internet, abroad much faster than in those, the problem is that the price is, expensive. And then when we talk about my students, so I'm not talking about myself. If I talk about myself, it will be easy because I just bought the SIM card and then use it to internet. But for students, so there's like an element for study here that can accommodate 36 people. It won't be enough if I use just one SIM card, right? So the first measure is the Wi-Fi for internet. Not every homestay that we have, homestay slash hotel slash whatever, not every of that thing have Wi-Fi. That's the first one. And then the second one, there is no uh, like guarantee for the places to be good, for learning. Most of the time, we rent like small room, right? It's like only like 2 meters wide, so it's enough for people to sleep, but not for study, right? Because if you study, to have like better condition so that everyone can focus on you, it's like the better condition is like they are in front of me and then like from like facing me. Now because of the room is quite small, not everyone like in front of me, some are literally next to me, right? We have to, am I still connected?
Yeah, you're still connected now.
Oh, that's because I saw like loading screen on your screen. Okay, I'll continue with my chat. Okay. Uh, let's talk about the room, right? Continue with the room because the room is quite small. Most of the time, not all the time, and I need to use the projector, and the room is like 2 meters wide. It's not enough for them to be able to see the projector, and then the projector itself is not that bright, so not everyone can see it, especially the one that are far away or even next to me because they have to like turn around to see the wall because the projection is on the wall, right? That's the second thing. And then the third thing would be the time. The time of the study to learn. If in Indonesia, in like usual classroom, we got like fixed, right? Fixed schedule. And in the end, it's like 7 to 3 for most of the time, right? And in here, well, it's actually different for each country. We usually start like at 9 or 10. Depends if it's on winter, because on winter, especially like in Morocco, in Europe, 7 is just sunrise sometimes. And then that's the first thing about the time. No, the third thing, and then the time is not just we have a little, smaller uh, time span to use, and then uh, the curriculum itself, right, is not being easy on us, so we have to like reach the same level with the people with the same grade, which is 11 right now. 11 with the one is Velas in Indonesia. That's the third one, and then the fourth one. Well, if I talk about the problem, there won't be like stop on it. Nah, the fourth one, I would say my language. This is like I don't know. I feel like my English actually gotten worse when I try to move, after backpacking, because I don't use my English that much. Fun fact: it's not because I cannot speak it, but it just got worse because I don't really speak it. Like I don't practice it that much. why I don't practice it that much? Because not all the people here can speak English. So when I speak with the foreigner, sometimes, especially when I try to buy a meal, right? Buy a meal or in supermarket to buy something for food, for drinks, they don't speak English, especially with the budget that we have. It's like, you know, very budget, which people that usually have better level of English speaking, uh, they kind of, serve like a higher level, not higher, but like, um, you know what I mean, right? Like the restaurant, something like that. And then fast food chain, which is it's not really good, especially if you want to try the local cuisine and then want to have a good price. So it's not good. So I just bought to the local peoples, and the local peoples, most of them don't speak English. So I just use the hand gesture with the signing. I don't really speak, just how much, and then with the hand 2 0, something like that. Just that. If they don't understand, I just pull up my translator, Google Translate, something like that, from English to their language. Especially if we talk about English, Morocco. If you know Morocco, Morocco is like the geography of the Morocco is on northern part of Africa, right? And it's literally across the Spain, across the Europe. Although their territory is like very near to Europe, which Europe predominantly they speak English better, like much better than other parts of the world, uh, except countries with the as a native English speakers, but they don't. Morocco, they don't speak it that well. Actually, not just that well. They don't actually like able to speak it because the foreign language there is French. Morocco use Arabs, like they use Arabic, but the second language for the foreign language there is French. So I just know some French. I use translate and I turn my English into French, like that. And especially when I try to buy things other than translate, Google Translate, I use like calculator for prices. If they don't understand my hand gesture for uh, prices, okay, maybe that's was it a 5 or 4? Yeah, that is the big kind of problem that we have. Is there
Okay.
any
I think Salman will continue the question.
yeah, just throw it at me, throw it at me.
Okay, Mr. Wiswa, I wanna ask
Oh,
about how does the team divide tasks during the trip?
the what?
How does the team divide tasks during the trip?
Divide. Team divide us during the trip. Who do you mean by us?
Hmm?
You said the team divide us during the trip. Who do you mean by us? Us the teachers or us as the student group?
What?
I said the question, who divide us, right? Who's us?
How the team of the student.
The team of the students. Okay.
The student.
Like the internal problem within the students that they fight. So things that will make they fight. Is that what you mean?
I mean,
How does the team share tasks during the trip?
the student.
The student. Sorry.
Thoughts. Their thoughts. Pikiran. Thoughts. Hey, how okay, how does the student share thoughts, especially with what they needed? For some cases, they actually kind of help each other, and then but there's still like some fight between the students. But most of the time they help each other. Uh, Maybe they know it well because it's like a privilege when you in another country, especially with your friends, when you want to talk about other people. Okay, maybe that's bad to do because it's not kind of look good on from their perspective, right? Because we speak like our language in front of them when we are talking to them. It's not actually good, but we do it most of the time. But it's bad. It's bad. Okay, continue with the sharing thoughts between the students. If they got problem, let me give you an example. Let's say they want to buy some things, right? Especially the things that like necessary. For example, soap for shower because uh, it kind of like too much if we bought like a bottle of soap, liquid soap, shower gel. It's like big, right? And then we have to stay, let's say, in this country for a month. If we bought for myself, that much soap, it will be, I decided it too much. And then if it still have some left by the end of our stay there in the country, uh, we kind of have like two options. We have to bring it or we have to throw it, right? Now, because of that, it's not good. If we brought it to the airplane, there will be like it's actually okay if you put it in a baggage, but it kind of tends to burst if you don't seal it well, right? Especially if you bought like the package, like the plastic one, or the bottle itself is not that tight. So that's why usually it's not just students that like share their stuff. It's also us, the teachers. We bought like this big like 2 liters, 1 liters of storage gel, and then we pay it by 4 people. So let's say this soap, the prices are like let's say 200 baht, and then so each people pay like 50. So as for we'll use that thing. Okay, maybe that's quite a good example. I don't know if it's good example or not. If you try to ask about the like problem and then how they share thoughts about to solve the problem, I don't think to be honest, I don't think they might do that well because I think it's because of teenager mindset. I don't know. It's because of teenager behavior. And why am I talking about this?
So how the student complete their assignment or final project?
Complete their assignment. Okay, that's a good question. Complete their assignment. Nah, because we got like very tight schedule. Uh, Most of the time they are allowed to use their laptop until the night. So they take it like at 9 in the morning, and then they put it back by 10 or 11, 10, 9 to 10. No, no. It's usually 10 or 9 in the night. So they have it like for 12 hours straight. But of course, they will have to go to the mosque or salat for the salat wajib. That's the thing. But still, okay. Let me give you another informations. That's the time, right? And then what about the place that they use? They usually do it in the room most of the time. No, not most of the time. All the time they use it in the room, except me. Because sometimes I got bored, I just go out and then just sitting on the cafe using the public Wi-Fi to get the fast internet, or sometimes because of if I use the internet data through the SIM card, or you know, it will be too pricey, expensive. So I just need a Wi-Fi, public one. Why do I use public? Because not much, not that much people that use it. So it tends to be, you know, more faster.
Okay, I think Mikhail will be continue the question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, halo Mister.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, Mister. Okay, Mister. Now I would like to ask about the student. How do they obtain their money? Do they receive it from their parents and give it to their teacher, or do they keep it themselves?
Okay, now the money talks. Right. About the money, it's actually they keep it by themselves. You know, if you know about it, just some information. Sometimes if the the place that we stay, the homestay doesn't have a kitchen in it, because they still have like the food money, but we don't have kitchen, so we cannot cook. I will give them the money, the money from the EDN. I give them the money, which is for the food 3 times a day, and usually I give it like once every week. So each team, so I give per team for 5 people for 7 days. That's the one. If we don't have kitchen, if we do have kitchen, we cook. So I don't give them the money, but I will give them the money to buy some groceries for the food to be cooked, whether it's raw chicken, vegetables, spices, sugar, salt, whatever. That's the money from me. I mean, from in the end, right? The second one is, what about the money? Like monthly money, weekly money from their parents. It's actually depends on the person, depends on their parents. If they want to give it to their their own bank account, they can. But uh, there's a but. What is the but? No. I mean, it actually depends on the country. If we stay in the west, yeah, I would say western part of the world. I would say Saudi to the west. So there's like Egypt, Egypt, Morocco, Europe, and then Turkey, stuff like that. We don't actually take out our money. Why? Because we can just do tap. Most of the payment system there allowed it, so I can just do tap. Why don't we take the cash? We can actually, but it is pricey. Why I say pricey? Because there's like ATM fee. ATM fee, the bank fee is like quite big if you take out cash. And then if the country itself doesn't, the people doesn't use card that much, we have to take our money from the ATM machine. So there's like the fee, and there's a trick for us, that we manage to get smaller fee, so we can uh, ask the parents to transfer their money into like one managed account, so that we can take it as a single transaction, I would say. And then the admin fee, the bank fee will be divided each people. That's the trick for taking out cash. And then for Southeast Asia, especially Malaysia, I can use that or using the QR. So no need to take cash. But we do need cash sometimes. For example, if we want to buy something local, like a smaller shop, they don't have QR, they don't have EDC machine, so we have to pay it by cash. Still, we need cash for emergency. Even the country itself is, I would say, developed country like Europe. That's the thing for the cash. And then student money. Well, I would say most of them uh, manage it by themselves. So I don't hold any money from my team. I don't. I think that's the question that you're looking for. I mean the answer.
Okay, Mister.
Mhm.
Thank you. And what inspired you to become a backpacker at IDN Backpacker School Sentul?
What? I'm sorry.
Huh?
What do you say? I can't hear. I can't hear clearly. Okay. Before.
What inspired you to become
Huh?
a backpacker at IDN Backpacker School Sentul?
What? Can you repeat one more time?
What inspired you to become a
The
backpacker?
like motivate.
Yes.
Okay. I got it. Uh, though obviously the experience for me to go out and then travel the world, though it's just 20 countries out of 197 countries, it's actually pretty good because I have experienced the southern part of the world. There's like I don't expect it to be that cold, especially during the winter. Other than that, I would say yeah, it's good for the portfolio, and then it's good also to get to know the people. It's good. It's good to be able to know the conditions between uh, different parts of the world, and then how's the Muslim living. Because although we're in Thailand, there's still a lot of Muslim here. So Muslims are everywhere, and then how they practice their religions and then culture. Uh, I get to know, like the conditions. It feels like opening because if we stay in Indonesia, if we stay just there and then doesn't go out, never go out, you don't know what the other people, in different countries, different parts of the world would experience day by day, what they do, or even the basic things like how they travel between each point of the city, and then how bad I can say that how bad the traffic, and then how bad uh like transport system, and then difference. That's the difference, like in developed country and then developing country, and also mostly the people that I met.
Okay. Uh, which country was
Yeah,
the most memorable for
the
you,
most memorable.
and
Oh,
why?
memorable. If you want me to say just one country, I would say Morocco. If I want if but the most memorable, obviously, Europe. You know, the AU. It's just first their aesthetic. Uh, the building is aesthetic. It's not like a modern city, but it's aesthetic and then clean and neat. And then the public transportation is just everywhere, cheap and even free. Uh, I would not mention the food because Asian because this past 6 weeks I don't eat that delicious food because the food on that part of the world is just worse. Yes, they're plain, no taste. So yeah, if you want me to say just one country, I would say Morocco. Why Morocco? Because first they kind of look like Europe. The second, they are cheaper. Third one, the nature. The nature there is like perfect. It's like have you seen like movies? Like Western movies, like uh, Los Angeles, Morocco is like LA. The beaches, the palm trees, and then spacious public space, spacious roads, spacious green uh, green spot, hanging out spot. Yeah, I would say Morocco. And then the people there is also nice. Not to mention they're not that racist because although Turkey, they are more Europeanish. The people there are racist toward Asian. I don't know if it's just Asian or is it just because of the color of the skin. It's just they especially in the airport when we try to. So here's the thing. I will tell you a story. I got like a lot of racism from the Turkish people. No offense. I don't want to uh, say this out of pity. Okay, let's continue. So there was like this not just lady, like a family. I don't know if it's family, just like a group of Turkish people, and then we have like a line right to go through the airport. There's at the customs, so we have to scan our belongings, and then there's like this Turkish lady is just making out like I don't know. He just yell at me for no reason, although I literally on the line. And then he's mad. Not he. She's mad because I don't, you know, pick her the tray. The tray, like the square thing, the tray. Yeah. Okay. That's the best country, most memorable one, Morocco. The beaches, the beaches are perfect. And then uh, the language, the cafes, prices. Though it's more expensive than Indonesia, but still, I would say Morocco. It's good.
Okay, thank you, Mister, for the
Mhm.
answer.
You got any other questions?
I think the question will continue by Haikal.
Okay, I got. We're back to you.
Okay. So how does it feel when the plans don't go as scheduled?
Hmm. Ah, it feels, you know, it doesn't feel good first, uh, especially if you got kicked out of the place that you stay. So there's this story. There's like this, I don't know if it's the homeowner because in Egypt, I would say in Egypt, So there's this guy. This guy just burst into our apartment in ninth floor. They don't knock. They don't say hello. They don't do salam. They don't just burst in using their sandals in our room. And we're Asians. We don't use sandals in our rooms. We take them outside. They just use it. Went into the bedroom and then like kicking us out because first we're loud. Well, I take that we're loud, and then because we already paid for it, right? And still got blackmailed. Well, alhamdulillah, we don't get kicked out, but get got a lot of blackmail uh, between different homestay in different countries. The other reason that they usually say, except for being loud, is we do have a lot of trash. Well, what can I say? We have a lot of people in a single room, right? And out of plan. And then maybe I would try to tell you about other things other than the blackmailing from the homestay. Maybe because of the late, time management, and then especially for example, this one activity in Nepal, well, Kodarua, we don't get. Maybe this is the first backpacker that doesn't get to experience snowfall. We plan to visit like this, like the village, right, like the touristy area that will have supposedly a good scenery for snowfall, for the snowy area. But on that time, there's no snow. Although the temperature is already on us, it's like 40 -8, like -4. If there's a rain, it will snow, but there's no rain. Yeah, that's because of that. There's no rainfall, no clouds, so no snowfall. And we already paid for it. We have to visit it. And then there's still no snow, and we just got to suffer with the coldness without the snow. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, but that's okay. I mean, and then it very early in the morning, and we hike like in the top of the mountain, like within the Himalaya range. There's still snow forming, not actually snow forming from the snowfall, but from the humidity from the air. So there's still snow, but not from the snowfall. But it's very thin. Okay.
Okay, I think that's all, sir.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, can I ask something?
What?
Because I haven't been in Indonesia for quite long. Is there any major condition, like a bad news or maybe a good news one from Indonesia? Some improvement, maybe from the places that you stay, from the area that you stay. Sentul area.
Sentul.
How is it? Yeah. All right. Maybe from Sentul. How is it in Sentul? Is it because of the merging with Jonggol? Is there less noise, less crowded in Sentul? You're still in Sentul, right?
Yeah, we are still in Sentul. So because the vocational high school was moved into Jonggol. So at Sentul, it was just the junior high school.
Some random people just pass by. Yeah, okay. But is there like any room left? How about my stuff there?
I don't know, but there are still 2 rooms left.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you so much for the information. Okay,
Yep.
maybe that's all that I want to ask. Thank you so much for the information.
Benin. Okay, I think that's all for this weekend English talk. So thank you for Mr. Misbah that already tell the experience of the backpacker and anything.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
I'm sorry if
so
there's like maybe some judgmental say things that I said, or maybe some misinformation, or if it's kind of boring. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for it, and thank you so much for having me.
okay, um, I think that's all. So assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.